What's up everybody, Kevin Barnett here in the Carbide 3D studio. I wanted to do a one-day build today. I want to do something that you can get into your shop or think about during the week. Bam, go to the big box store, get your supplies, go ahead and make it in one day, maybe just a couple of hours. We're gonna go real time here. We're not gonna edit out or speed ahead without noting the time. So you'll know that right now it's 8:03. I have not started in the computer yet. I'm gonna go ahead and start there first. Then we'll head down to the machine and go ahead and machine everything out, glue everything up, put it all together and see how it all works out. I'm gonna take you through the design process for myself personally and then on to the machine cutting. We'll just see how it goes. We're gonna use Carbide Create. No go in Fusion 360 here, no go in fancy other software. We're gonna use our software. If you're just starting out, how accessible, how creative can you be with Carbide Create? Pretty creative is the answer. All right, let's do it. We have all our stuff from the big box store. Trip this morning, extension cord, multiple switches, options for the end, the ceramic socket, epoxy, and the star of the show, our vintage style GE bowl. Here's the inspiration for this project. This is a honeycomb lamp, 6-sided, that I did for my own home. It hangs outside my front door. We'll have a few more pictures of that at the end. On to our workspace, and I think you know how to set this up. I'm gonna go through it real quick. You're gonna set your stock size, stock thickness. We need 4 sides. There they are. All the same dimensions. Then we're gonna need a bottom that we can inset. And we're gonna need 2 sides to inset. So we're gonna have to create some pockets on each side. If you don't know how to run the software, there are other tutorials we have in our Carbide 3D education series. We're continually building that up so you can reference that. Now, time for pocketing tool paths. We will carve out the sides of each and then we will put a hole in the center of our bottom and pocket that out. Getting it all put together. A lot of tool pathing here. Remember, first shot at it, so we're not sure it's all gonna work. It might not all work. In fact, we know it might not all work. And then our contours, we're gonna cut all the pieces out and we're gonna use tabs. Boom, 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 boom. And we're gonna put them all at the same spot. Go ahead and use the gridding. It's really nice to have the grid actually, because you can position everything exactly once you know your grid dimensions. Now nothing will come flying out as you cut it. Okay, we have our basic design in the computer. We have 5 sides, base, and 4 sides that I think are gonna work based on my experience. I think we have the tool paths right. I'm in favor of cutting. I don't like to wait. I don't like to wait to cut. I wanna go down there and do it. I'm not too concerned about material. I'll buy some cheap material to use and to test, and the only way you learn is by trial and error. And if you mess these up, think of it as having testers around for a smaller project later or something else to use around the shop. If you're stressing about the money, I get it. That's a concern for some people. I get it. However, I like cutting stuff. I don't like sitting in my office. Let's go. Back down to our XXL Pro, and we're gonna go ahead and use the glass fiber reinforced clamps to get everything pinned down. Really good system when paired with T-nuts and that M6 hardware. You can hold stuff down with a vise-like grip. I'm gonna measure it again here. It'll be 0.478 inches. They say ½ inch, but it's always off by just a little bit, and you can carve less into your bed if you make a few measurements and get it exact. Oh, this is just beautiful. I love watching pieces fly everywhere. Good, healthy chips. And that is CNC fun. 9:16 in the AM. We're off to a good start in just over an hour. Looking now to do our top. I love hexagons. We're gonna go ahead and put those in there, a little honeycomb action. And we'll redo our bottom once again with some better dimensions. And then we're gonna need another bottom. That's kind of the sub bottom there on the left. We're gonna need another bottom on the right-hand side. And that is gonna be the same outer dimension. And then we're gonna carve a little space for our electrical cord to go through so that the lamp can be flat and the cord can come out of a hole in the side of the lamp, not right out the base. Here we go, tab, 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 once again, and we will set all of our tool paths appropriately, get all of our pocketing established, and we are ready to go. There they are. Gonna put all the proper contours in place, and it's time to head back to the machine. Hexagons being cut out. Here's what it sounds like. That was your real taste of what it actually sounds like to run a Shapeoko, and now our final bottom. Everything's cut out. Time for assembly. All right, so where are we? That's the question, where are we? We've got 4 sides that were good from the first cut. We've got a bottom that was good from the third cut. We've got a top that was good from the second cut. We're doing okay. I think we're refining the whole thing. Now, I'm gonna try and glue it up. Winston, do we have any clamps?
What kind of clamps?
Wood clamps. Maybe. We're not sure. Winston's gluing stuff up. There's all kind of brass getting cut. It's a good day here at Carbide 3D. So I'm gonna wanna clamp this with some wood glue. I'm also gonna use some CA and some spray, some Insecure. So that should hold it so we can continue working on it. And by the end of the day, this could be done. It is currently 1:15. That includes a lunch break. Cool. Now we have our wires through, we have the epoxy set on our post and screws through the bottom and then screws through the top. I like this method. You can kind of hide them, you can countersink them, no one will see them, and it gives you some flexibility in assembly and disassembly. Here we'll take our ceramic socket apart and get that put on there. I'd never worked with a ceramic socket before. It's a little bit weird when it comes to turning it and the way the ports connect. You just have to deal with it the way the wires are in there. Test fit our bulb. Looks pretty good. Let the epoxy dry. And now we're gonna jam our bases together. Again, just getting that black cord in there into that space we created. I think it could have been a little wider. Next time I wouldn't be quite so precise. But in any case, again, the screws are beneficial. Go ahead and tighten them down and we ended up with a pretty clean look on the base. Let's bring back the bulb. Let's plug it in, make sure nothing explodes. Hey, it works. Our generous use of blue tape worked as clamps, and it is all glued up. Now it's a waiting game. Question is, where are we at 3 o'clock? Well, we have a mostly functional lamp here. It lights up. It's got some sides to it. It's kind of interesting. So it does come 100% apart at this point. I would either glue, if you were confident in your socket, I would glue that on. And this I would probably leave so you could change it if you wanted. But I would make that one solid piece and then do some sanding. It could use a little bit of sanding all the way around, just kind of flatten everything out. But do you want to do that, or do you want to go in and hang out with your kids, or maybe you want to go to the pool or the beach, or I don't know, the movies, or maybe you just get off your feet and relax in the afternoon? You're done. And that was even with a lunch hour and some calls in between. You know, not bad, not bad. For a first build, if I go to build it again, of course, heck, you already got the files, you're already started up. You're gonna be on your way quickly, quite quickly. I think it's a couple-hour project for the second one of a full build. Be really fast. And material-wise, it's one piece. So what do we get? We got 8 pieces out of the $70 in plywood. So call it $10 by the time you're done. $10 in plywood. And then we have a bulb is $25. The socket is about $5. The cord that I used was another $5. You could get it cheaper. You could go lamp cord and then fractional thereof. So that's about all there is to it. It's not an expensive project. It looks pretty cool. You could stain it, you could paint it. I think it would look good with paint probably in this design, or if you did natural stain just to bring out some of the Baltic birch. That'll look nice. I'll refine it and maybe take it to another level, and I need a couple of these for the office. So this thing's gonna be functional for me. What's it gonna be for you? That's the only question. All right, Kevin Barnett, checking out. Have a great weekend of making.